The hollow Earth theory explained. The Earth is flat. It's hollow. Inside, it's an inverted sphere with a central sun at its core. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet people have been claiming this for hundreds of years. So what are some evidence and how does it explain our world? Let's find out in today's episode. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever heard about the hollow Earth theory or that the Earth is actually flat? Today we're going to talk about the theory that the Earth is actually hollow and not solid. According to this theory, inside our world, there is another world. This one is inhabited by a civilization of people who live in a utopian society. And they're living a life which is completely opposite to ours. In fact, it is believed that this other world is much more advanced than our own. But this world is hidden from us and we cannot see it. But if we go deep enough into the Earth, then we can find this other world. So let's take a deep dive into the Earth and find out if this theory holds any truth. Let's start with the basic concept of this theory. It states that the Earth is hollow and empty, and there is a hole at the North Pole through which you can enter it. As soon as you get through the pole, you will be greeted by a wonderful sight. You would be able to see the sun shining brightly in the sky, even though it's night on our Earth. Once you step out of the pole, you will be met by a beautiful world full of happiness, peace, and knowledge. There are no wars or conflicts in this world, and everyone is united and living in harmony. Now let's come back to reality. This may sound like a fantasy world, but many people believe that this is real. They believe that this world exists inside of our own and that it is accessible through the North Pole. If you think this is absurd, well, you're not alone. Most scientists and experts agree that this is just a conspiracy theory, but there are still some people who claim that they have seen this world for themselves. They say that they have traveled to the center of the Earth, and they have come back with stories of this hidden world. So how exactly does this work? What is the science behind it? Well, according to this theory, the Earth is actually a hollow sphere. There is a small opening near the North Pole that leads to the inside of the Earth. When you go inside, you will find that there is a lot of empty space. And in the middle of this empty space, there is a small sun. This sun is what lights up the inside of the Earth and makes it possible for the people who live there to survive. This sun is also what creates the magnetic field of the Earth. But wait, there's more. According to this theory, the Earth is not the only planet in the universe that has a hollow interior. In fact, most planets are hollow and have a similar structure. The only difference is that each planet has its own sun. These suns are what keep the planets habitable and make it possible for life to exist on them. Sounds far-fetched, right? Well, there are some people who believe that this is true. They believe that there are other civilizations living inside of planets and that these civilizations are much more advanced than ours. Some people even claim that they have seen evidence of these civilizations while traveling to the center of the Earth. They say that they have seen their cities and their technology, and these civilizations are much more advanced than ours. Now, it's important to remember that all of this is just theory. There is no concrete evidence to prove that any of this is true, but it's still interesting to think about the possibility that there could be other worlds hidden inside of our own. Before we move further in this video, I want to clear some misconception. The Earth isn't really flat. We all know that it's a globe. However, we can't see the curvature of the Earth with our naked eyes because it is so vast that it is almost impossible for us to see it. But we have pictures taken by satellites and astronauts that clearly show that the Earth is round. It is not flat. Now, the question arises, then why do people believe that the Earth is flat? Well, there are some people who believe that the Earth is flat because they don't trust the government or other authorities. They believe that these authorities are hiding the truth about the shape of the Earth from them. There are also some people who believe that the Earth is flat because they want to believe in something that is beyond our understanding. They want to believe in something that is magical and mysterious. Now let's come back to the hollow Earth theory. How does it explain our world? According to this theory, the Earth is hollow and has a central sun at its core. This sun is what provides light and heat to the people who live inside of the Earth. It is also what creates the magnetic field of the Earth. The theory also claims that there are other planets in the universe that are hollow and have their own suns. One of the main proponents of the hollow Earth theory was a German scientist named 1774 Immanuel Kant. He believed that the Earth was hollow and that there was a hole at the North Pole that led to a world inside of the Earth. He also believed that this world had its own sun and that it was inhabited by a civilization of people. Another person who believed in the hollow Earth theory was a British explorer named John Cleves Sims Jr. He believed that the Earth was a hollow sphere and that there were entrances to this inner world at both the North and South Poles. Simes even traveled to the South Pole to try to find one of these entrances, but he was unsuccessful. Despite the lack of evidence to support the theory, some people still believe that the Earth is hollow. They believe that there are secret societies that are trying to hide the truth about the Earth from the public. They also believe that the Earth is actually flat and that it is surrounded by a dome-like structure that is being used to keep the public from realizing this. However, there is no evidence to support any of these claims. The vast majority of people agree that the Earth is a globe and that it is not hollow. In conclusion, the hollow Earth theory is just that, a theory. There is no concrete evidence to prove that it is true. But it is still an interesting idea to think about the possibility that there could be other worlds hidden inside of our own. The Earth is not flat. It is a globe, and there is no hole at the North Pole that leads to another world. The sun is not inside of the Earth. It is a star that is located about 94 million miles away from us. We can observe the sun rising and setting because the Earth is rotating on its axis. This rotation also creates the magnetic field that protects us from harmful radiation from the sun. So what do you think? Do you believe that the Earth is hollow or that there are other worlds hidden inside of our own? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.